With your Lordship's permission,
Yeah.
may I mention this is a batch of about 10 to 12 matters, Your Lordship. These are small komcha and trolley holders in various railway stations across India.
I'll get it listed. It's after notice?
Your Lordship has indicated we filed some matters yesterday also.
It's a fresh matter.
There were fresh matters, Your Lordship.
Yeah, it will come up right away.
Your Lordship, we're requesting for a listing tomorrow because, Your Lordship, they're receiving notices for eviction on 26th, 27th.
On the 27th.
Your Lordship, they've received notices for closure on eviction on 26th, 27th, Your Lordship. We're only bothering.
The notice of closure is 27th.
Eviction, Your Lordship. They are small
First
komcha.
in the morning on the 27th. Tomorrow is a very heavy day. So 27th it will come up. I've already done.
Very well.
Well, it's Your Lordship has twice directed a matter in July and 2nd week of August didn't come. Now it is showing happily on 27th August. Please don't delete it.
With Lordship's permission, may I mention a fresh matter?
Just send an email, everybody. When did you send it?
Yesterday.
So it's probably already listed. Just wait.
The content coming. That's the only.
Wait, it will be listed. Every email is dealt with. Yes.
Let's have your Lordship.
Fresh matter.
After notice, my lord, it got deleted. We have circulated mails for not to be deleted, but nevertheless got deleted. It's coming up on 20th of September. Would my lords please direct it not to be deleted on that date?
Not
at least?
difficult.
May I just pass the
Apology.
details of the?
No, just make sure that somebody, the email, advocate on record's name you make.
My lords, the email has been sent by advocate on record again, day before yesterday.
What's the
but
name
it's-
of the AOR?
My lords, it's Amir Arsiwala.
Yes.
Amir Arsiwala.
That's my apology.
Please, my lords, I'm grateful.
My Lords, your Lordship said some of the chief secretaries of states which are defaulted on payments of pension and allowances tomorrow.
Yes.
Your Lordships will also ask me to give a list of those chief secretary, those states which have actually complied. I've just passed it on.
Right.
I've
So
just
we
passed it
now,
on.
just 3 copies. Just 1 second.
For the defaulting states, there is also a request to appear online. My Lords, number of applications have been filed. So I just thought.
No. The chief secretary, the states which have not complied, they have to be present online. They have to be present here. We have said they have to be physically present. Those who have complied, how many have complied between that order and today now?
The others, non-complying, I've mentioned in my list.
Yes. Others have.
The others have complied. The others have complied.
Who?
I appear for West Bengal, Manoj. Most of the
They have not complied.
Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Himachal, J&K, Ladakh, Jharkhand, Kerala, Bihar, Goa, Haryana, Odisha.
Those people have not complied.
They have not complied. They have not complied.
substantial compliance.
They have to comply. No substantial compliance. By tomorrow, make sure that they comply. Otherwise, ask them to be here. No. They have to be personally present here. Otherwise, issue a non-bailable warrant. There's no going back on that order. They have to have given enough time. They have to comply, pay by this evening.
Each the district.
They have to, there's no substantial here. They are 100% compliance. That's why we've given enough time. We have been giving time from 27th of July 22, 19th May 23 for January 2024. Therefore, we have directed personal presence. And ultimately, and what is not being paid, the arrears of salary and allowances to our district judiciary.
Funds have been released. It has reached all the district fee for the people. Have not come. Yes, fellows, I'm 99.9%. That's my instructions. Whatever the.
We'll call out each state tomorrow. We'll see. And
It's showing for 27.
yes,
I wanted to clarify whether it's coming up tomorrow. It's not there in the list.
no, it will come up on the 27th, right? 27th. 27th, we'll take it up, and then we will call out each state separately and see what the compliance is. Let them be present before us. We'll see.
Lords, may I mention,
My lord, may I mention,
Yeah,
Lord,
Mr. Adas, civil
on
appeal.
behalf of the AIMS doctor residents, Lord, Nagpur, Lord. Lord, on account of their being participating in the agitation and the protest, Lord, now they are being victimized, Lord, on one ground or the other, being marked absent.
If they are not on
Lord, but
duty-
they were doing the emergency duties, Lord. But because they were participating in the,
Are they at work? If they are not at work, they'll be marked absent. How can we ask them to do
not
something?
not allowing in the exams, Lord. Lord, in one way or the other, Lord. If a lenient will be taken, Lord, if a lenient will be
If
taken.
they are on duty, they will not be marked absent. If they are not on duty, the law will have to follow its course. How can we tell the administration to to write something which is not correct?
Not with respect to the exams and all that, Lord, the lenient will be taken, Lord. Because of this reason, Lord, they were on protesting or on strike.
That's all right. So ask them to first return to work.
Yes.
Once they return to work, then if nobody is going to take any adverse action against the doctors,
That
let them
will
all
be-
come back to work.
Word from your lordship will work, Lord, for them.
Let them first come back to work, and then if there's any difficulty, just talk to us in the court here. We'll make sure that there is no adverse action against the doctors.
Very well.
We quite see that they were all upset about the fact that there was a very serious incident which took place. But let them first report to work, and then once having
They have
reported,
reported back, Lord. They have reported back. They have reported back. AIMS Nagpur reported back, Lord. The resident doctor, they have joined the.
Not just mention on behalf of PGI Chandigarh. Your Lordship, there is, Lordship in PGI Chandigarh, they are going in for a rally for 2 hours in the morning, but they're doing all their duties. But for 9 days, their CL has been deducted now from the leave. So that is a victimization.
That's
You also have to write the research papers and.
I don't think, somebody like Dr. Vivek Lal, he's the director at PGI Chandigarh, that he will do anything which amounts to victimization.
Lordship, I'm only saying.
They're all very
individual-
See, ultimately,
inputs.
the directors of these institutions,
Yes, he made a
they
statement.
also have their heart with the doctors, but
Yes,
they are in a
Lordship.
situation where poor people who come to those institutions cannot be left behind in the lurch.
Yes, sir.
That they take appointments 2 years before the actual date, and then suddenly you're told that you will not be attended to. Let them all resume work, and I'm sure the directors are all very seasoned directors who spend their life in these institutions. They're not going to do anything against the
I
doctor.
think your
Right
lordship,
right now, the notice that they have been given is that since or for 9 days you've been on the rally, so we are deducting your 9 days of casual leave.
We'll pass some general order.
Yes, yes.
Pass some general order on that.
I,
Lordship, may I make one?
Lord, may I say something?
Please rest assured that once the doctors, we hope, resume duty, then we will prevail upon the authorities not to take any
Adverse.
adverse
Very
action.
well, yes.
But they must first come back to duty for the simple reason, otherwise the people who,
They are on duty. They are, all of them are on.
people who need the services the most are deprived of their
Yes, sir.
services. That's the only concern. How does the public health infrastructure run if the doctors don't resume work?
Lord, only my lord,
All
one
right,
thing.
now first let's have the status report. We first want to see
My
the
lord, these are
status
the three
report.
copies. Lord, I believe the anguish of the doctor is correct, but having come from your lordships, an assurance that your lordships are looking into it, my lord, I think that should satisfy.
With the assurance of no adverse action, my lords.
Lords, we are absolutely not grateful to your lordships that lordships have intervened. Lords, we have not been heard, my lords, at all. Our grievances, my lord, are at the forefront because we are, my lord, facing the brunt of this, my lord, whatever is
Well, the
happening.
reason why we constituted such a broad-based committee is that we have specifically said that the committee shall engage with all stakeholders, including, that will include the resident doctors. So please assure them,
Yes.
that the committee, one second, Mr. Ansari.
Sorry.
Please assure the resident doctors, they all are young doctors, that they will be heard by the,
We heard, my lord, and some representation.
but tell us one thing, we can hear you,
Federation.
Mr. Kamath, we hear you for half an hour. We are not the committee. Ultimately, you have to be heard by the committee.
Yes, what we were requesting, my lord, some, my lord's association, whatever your lordships choose, my lord, some representative from the resident doctors association, if they can be a part of the committee.
Yes.
But their
One
voice.
second, Mr.
I'm
Ansari.
sorry, I'm not saying.
You see, please understand.
We leave it to your lordships, my lord.
Mr. Kamath,
Want
please
voice-
understand. We have thought through this very carefully. if we start now asking for the representatives of various stakeholders to be a part of the committee, that becomes an impossible process because, the committee's work will then get dislocated. You know what happens. You have such an experience yourself. At the same time, we are conscious of the fact that the primary concerns of the doctors, the nurses, the paramedical staff, that has to be taken into account by the members of the committee. For two things that on the committee, we have very senior women doctors on the committee. The doctors who are on the committee are people who have worked for a long time in their life as part of public health infrastructure. So therefore, what we have expected the committee to do is that the committee will hear these various stakeholders, namely the interns, the residents, the senior residents, representatives of the nurses, the other paramedical staff. So therefore, they are in a hospital, there are a huge number of stakeholders. The committee will ensure that it will hear representative.
Hold on, in fact, I have taken instructions. I represent about 30,000 doctors.
Please, and Mr. Kamath, please tell them that the committee will definitely give them a hearing. We'll reiterate that in our order today. We will certainly, Mr. Kamath, your point is well taken. We'll make it clear.
My lord.
Absolutely, Mr. Kamath, we are grateful to you actually for personally, because our hearts go out to all those people who have to go to public hospitals. So we will make an observation that the committee would hear all stakeholders, including the Resident Doctors Association. Of course, not 30,000 doctors, but a representative. Right. And an appointment can be given to them when the committee assembles, so that the committee can, because your stake is very high and your inputs are very valuable. So please assure the resident doctors that we were now passing an order that the committee will give them a representative voice in putting forth their grievances, their working conditions, so on and so forth.
Suggestions. Today and
suggestion.
Can then call off their protest.
We will also say that.
I appear for the RG car.
Can I?
Mr. Ansari and then Mr.
Yes.
Lord, I appear for the Delhi Medical Association.
Yes.
Lord, we filed a writ petition in 2022, Lord, raising the same grievance.
Right.
This court says, as and when any incident happened, Lord, we are grateful to your Lordship. Lordship could show motu, otherwise we were contemplating to file. There is a judicial order there, any order, Lord, any incident happened, then you come to us, Lord. Lord, now, Lord, we are the association of 110 years old. As Mr. Kamath has said, Lord, there is a being a part of the committee.
Can we just suggest one thing?
Yes, my lord.
Because in such a large matter,
Yes.
we have to bring some order to the
My lord.
order to the order also, which we pass.
Please, Lord, sir.
If all of you who are intervening for various bodies
Yes,
can give on a slip of paper
yes,
name of the body
yes.
and whom you represent,
Very well.
we will put that in our order.
I understand.
So that your clients have that assurance that look, the Supreme Court is also factored in our grievance.
I understand, Lord. That will be very useful.
So then we will say that out of these, the committee may take an appropriate decision on engaging with the representative.
But all that we were saying, my lord, the committee constitute of a very respectable persons, my lord. Lordship has chosen them. But some representation from the associations, my lord, those who face day-to-day, my lord, problems. Making representation to the committee and being a part of the committee, my lord, would be a little, Lord, we have been hesitating this law. I'm sure, but Lordship thinks it appropriate. Lordship might take it, my lord.
I'll get a response from.
That would be very helpful.
Two more aspects, my lord. Two more small aspects. Lordship has flagged, my lord, about 11 issues which the committee will take into account. Two more aspects, if your lordships can kindly consider that. One is, my lord, the distress call, my lord, we mentioned it day before yesterday. Lordship said it will be part of the order, my lord. I have seen, my lord, it is distress call system, my lord, which is available, my lord, on drop on a watch, on a mobile, my lord. That can also be, my lord, a part of it. Secondly, my lord, institutional FIR, my lord. What has been happening here, my lord, the parents has to go, the relatives has to go. There should be an institutional FIR within 2 hours of a cognizable offense, my lord. If that also comes to your lordship, part of the order, my lord. And finally, my lord, the fast tracking of, my lord, we have done cases 10 years back, my lord. The trial is still proceeding. Lord, in 2016, my lord, a person was murdered, a doctor was murdered inside the hospital, my lord, at a point blank range, my lord. Nothing happened. There was a widespread agitation. The chief minister said 50. What I'm saying, there are similar matters pending in this court. If a lordship expedite that.
To obviate, handing over slips, but we'll go about in a very systematic way.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Devdatta Kamath is appearing for whom?
No,
Will it go first?
Instead of your lordships writing down, let us give
Can
it.
we just, it'll be easier for us.
It would be
spend the
easier.
next 5
It
minutes,
doesn't
you know.
look good also.
All right.
Your
My lord,
lordships are very kind, my lord, but
All right, what we are doing is, we are just circulating a sheet of paper. If you can all just, as we are going along with the matter, write it, so we'll examine that and we'll put your names down.
I had made a request
my
yesterday.
lord,
Some SOP, the committee is looking into it. There is no SOP on the hours of the doctor.
Of course, we said that.
it is a specific
it's a mandate.
ambit of the committee.
Kiran, one second.
And the slip will-
One of the points which, you know, that one para where I say, this is a non-exhaustive list. It specifically says that they are made to work for 36 hours. And one more thing, we have said, we have referred to working conditions in general, which includes the work. So please assure the doctor, we are as concerned about them, that they have to work for 36 hours.
Yes.
All of us have also had family members, relatives. We have gone to public hospitals.
Yes.
I have slept on the floor of a public hospital when somebody in the family was not well. So we have gone through that. And you see, you observe all of them working for 36 hours.
Lord, we would
Lord,
also not
I-
like, we would not like, my lord, a doctor who has not slept for 30 hours to treat us, my lord, because
May I just explain what happens in the hospitals? Because I have doctors in the family and also people studying in the medical colleges. What happens is that the senior, who are the third-year students of PG courses, they are the one who assign duty. You do 12 hours to 24 hours, and then thereafter you are given a rest for 2 to 3 hours. Again, you are called back on duty. The junior doctors are the one who prepare the discharge summary. And the discharge summary is prepared by them. So the workload is then again 2-3 hours. So it is almost 48 hours. It is not even 36 hours. So my humble submission is that you are neither in a physical state or a mental state at that stage to even resist if somebody is teasing you. I'm not even on the bigger sexual assault. I'm not on that because there are many incidents.
So currently, you know, if you look at our order,
Yes.
sorry, Ms. Kumudasa Das, you know what, if you see our order,
Yes, Your
if you see our order, we have in fact highlighted this very aspect, that there is a certain hierarchical nature of the workplace in a public hospital or any hospital. So when we have referred to that, and we have said because of the hierarchical nature, doctors, including junior doctors, are susceptible to harassment, not just sexual harassment, but different kinds of harassment.
Yes, Your Lordship. Yeah.
So we have specifically referred to this, but now that you have mentioned it, in a course of our order, in a brief order today, we will add to that as well. No difficulty. Your point is perfectly well taken. So please.
My lord,
that
a
is-
small point to supplement
Just
that,
say,
is that
Yeah.
because
my
I
lord,
also
may I
come
just
from a
take a
family of
minute?
doctors, is that the counter to that, of course, is the fact that there are lots of peer-reviewed studies to say that continuity is important. Now, obviously, doctors can't be treated like this in light of that. So the committee should look into it and propose something
You see,
that
there is
has
another, I'll tell
adequate
you one thing.
safeguards.
I'll tell you one thing. We have got so many emails. I've been flooded with emails which I've been reading to the extent humanly possible. There's another viewpoint also that, look, if you have doctors only on duty for 8 hours, then the purpose is that the doctor must be able to see the evolution of the patient. So that patient is there overnight, then your duty hours may extend beyond 8 hours so that you see that what is the development in the case of the patient between the time you entered and the time you exited. But we are not going to make any
Not
comment on
all
that.
of
But the
us-
committee will.
Your lordship.
Lord, but for all
one other
Certainly,
one thing is.
48 hours of duty or 36 hours of duty is a little too aggressive.
is not
Really.
really human.
My
My lord,
lord,
may I say, I'm representing the KG Car Medical Junior Resident Doctors. They are still RG Car. And my lord, they are
By the
still.
way, Brother Justice Rishikesh Roy pointed out to me in another CB yesterday that you kept on saying car is car. So I said, well, I
We are
apologize to him.
forgetting one crucial thing.
So, my lord,
My lord, can I speak? My lord?
can
We
I
are
just?
forgetting one crucial thing. All doctors, my lord, which your lordships have constituted in the committee, they have passed through this very phase. They are aware of the problems.
So, my lord, I'm just saying that they are still terrorized. They are still in fear. They are saying our senior residents are back at work. We'll give it to the Registrar General in a sealed cover the names of the people. There are about 70 junior residents and they are interns, and they are still feeling terrorized. They are threatened. They are actually being targeted in the hospital.
But terrorized by whom? Because this is a serious thing, and they
Yes.
come in the Aajtak or medical hospital.
CISF
college.
is
What,
already
what,
there.
what is their
But
grievance?
instead of, my lord, giving them here, let them be given to me. I'll ensure, my lord, CISF to do the needful. My lord.
Yes, but we have to have their names in sealed cover because those who've spoken up are feeling targeted already. And they have a timeline of videos they have taken.
Targeted by whom? Don't give us names, but targeted broadly
By
by
officials, my lords, by goons. I am for
By-
the 20,000 doctors
by-
in the, Kolkata, my lords.
But
And
your lordship sees the
many of them work in
by,
RG Car.
possibly a hint of.
By members of the administration, by people who are in the hospital.
All right,
and
we'll take note of that.
Yes.
There is one submission, Your Lordship. There's a last submission, Your Lordship, I want to make. Can we have a compensation distress fund for the victims and the deceased of the family created by the state so that when at the time of the crisis of this kind of situation, they can be also get a compensation system like what we have done in the Nirbhaya case, Your Lordship.
All right, let's just see the status report for a moment. We'll just see the status.
With your lordship,
Just give us one moment.
with your lordship permission, may I just
1 second.
If
We'll have to
lordship
put in.
permits us, then should we post on the filing, e-filing, the suggestions or the pointers that we have, because it is anonymity which the resident doctors and interns from different places they are requesting, because the direct impact is on them. And their mental state is terrible. There is also a survey report of National Medical Council which says that 28%.
Point taken. There should be a portal where suggestions can be given to the
Yes.
committee, even anonymously, without disclosure of identity.
Yes, Your Lord.
Point well taken. Noted.
Lords, after the status report, could we have 1 minute on the SIT, my lords? We are representing 5 associations of doctors. And the difficulty is that there is an institutional compromise with regard to the financial regularities and the rate. Here's why. There were the same gentleman who was the head of Dr. Shondeep Ghosh, who was head of this RG Core Medical College. Also, for example, commissioned, asked for CCTV cameras for 14 lakhs to be rented. Now, had he bought those CCTV cameras, they would have been there. It would have been a deterrent, and there would have been better accountability. An SIT 2 days ago was, and I have the notification here, my lords. An SIT was set up by the West Bengal government. To look into these irregularities by the same person, and that only constitutes officials that are under the control of the West Bengal government.
But would your lordship consider having the status report?
Earlier form
It is so powerful that
is the earlier form.
That my lords, he's
Why
been
you
replaced.
saying all this?
He's been
Lordship,
replaced. Please.
In the nurse's case,
Please,
he was
please.
the IG.
Your lordships, my lord, consider the report first, my lord.
All right.
That might, my
So,
lord.
my lords,
keep,
with regard to the SIT, just to
Just
close
1
that
second.
loop.
Let's see the report,
Yes,
and then we will
let
come
the
back to you on the
report be
SIT.
Yes, my lord.
We've also filed our report.
SP, Your Honor, I'm Dr. Rajiv Yoshi calling from
Just 1
Pune.
second. Everybody can just hold their patience for 2 minutes. Let's quickly run through the two status reports.
The state's report was not called for, but they have, my lord, asked, your lordship's name, my lord, it's entirely your
It's been
lordship.
called for in the order. Why did my learned friend say that?
order,
I thought we had asked for the.
Yes, of course.
the order.
Page 10, my lord, raise please, my lord, is,
In
page
fact-
10 of yours.
In fact, my
mine.
lords, I might, if your lordship give me a minute, Manoj, I don't want to interfere.
We'll just quickly run through this, then come back to you in a moment, so that we
Very,
go step by step.
very well.
10 para 7. Lord, before that, we have narrated the facts, etc., which broadly your lordships are aware. So I'm not, and I'm obviously not reading, my lord. Your lordships may read from para 7. So date and time may kindly be, my lord, taken note of. My lord, eventually we have, this is very, very preliminary finding, but we have recorded some, flagged some issues.
We just
I'm ask if they have a spare copy.
It's only for the court.
of the accused.
Which report, ma'am, sir?
The injury report, the medical examination report of the accused.
Of the accused. Lord, our difficulty.
Actually, I think Asta had given it last time, but
Yes, yes, we have the case diary. It's part of the case diary.
We are not supplied. Lord, our difficulty.
Part of the case diary, Manoj. They have it. It's part of the case diary.
Only a minute, Mr. Sibal, if you don't mind. Lord,
just flag it for us and.
Sure, sure.
Lord, only one thing. I did not know, my Lord, that there is some report, my Lord, because our difficulty was we entered on the 5th day. And thereafter, my Lord, before that, my Lord, whatever was collected by the local police, my Lord, we were given. And our investigation starts, my Lord, that is itself a challenge by itself, my Lord, because the scene of offense is altered. Everything is, my Lord, even the...
So everything is videographed. Nothing is altered. Everything is videographed.
My Lord, without knowing anything, Mr.
Post-mortem is videographed.
Yes, rest is not videographed.
Crime is not videographed because the crime is.
The seizure memo is there, Manoj. Seizure memo is there.
9 o'clock, the crime is detected.
Seizure memo is there, Manoj.
Not the most shocking fact. I am not making this, Mr. Sibal, is
that is also
combative move.
Lord,
the most shocking fact. The FIR is registered after cremation at 11:45 night.
The investigation.
First, the parents are informed that she is not well by the deputy superintendent. When they reach, they say that she has committed a suicide. Thereafter, they say that it appears to be a death. Fortunately, the young doctors, the colleagues of this deceased girl, victim, they insisted that we want videography, we want this. This is suggestive that even they were suspecting some cover-up. So they were also trying their best.
Well, let's just see the medical examination.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Lords, the postmortem was done in the same hospital.
I don't.
So that may be.
Postmortem was also done in the same.
I don't want. This is entirely accusatory. I don't want to contradict my learned friend, but the record will show what happened.
Lord, one more fact, my Lord, it may.
And we have a note on timeline exactly what time what happened.
Karuna?
3 copies.
There are people in this.
Yes, yes.
In this, Asa?
It's there. What does we?
And page?
We'll mark the page. And Manoj, also I have a timeline, Manoj, as to each minute what happened.
Asa, can you just give us the page of the PMR? So we don't have to.
I can give PMR, my Lord, I have postmortem. I have, my Lord, handy.
You have the PMR?
Yes, sir. That is provided to us by the, that was by the local police, my Lord. It was given to us. Just flag it.
We saw it yesterday.
This report, my lord.
Well, that's
Postmortem.
202 of our status report, Manoj.
My Lord, this has the flagging also, whatever your Lordship would like to.
But that can't change in any case. The postmortem is postmortem.
Yes.
Page 13 of the case diary.
Yes. And my lord, our status report also has it, page 202.
But there is one more, if we don't.
Lordship.
But one more aspect, my lord, which is brought to my notice by one young lawyer, my lord, representing someone. I'll not, my lord, right now divulge the my lord, identity of the person, but he seems to have filed Lord, I have received, my lord, the director has received, and today the learned advocate gave me a copy. Just, my lord, the part which I have marked, I would not have troubled your lordships with this, but for the fact that the person who has, my lord, brought this has filed this complaint in 2023. So it can't be discarded, my lord, as something afterthought or some out of some personal.
Give us a copy, please.
And the next page also.
Can I have a copy? It's a formal complaint. It will be public record. Hmm?
No.
Right, right.
The complaint was made in 23. That's what he says. No, this is given to the director yesterday, but he mentions that the complaint which is mentioned there, the allegations, were made by him. Can we see, my lord, annexure B? He made these allegations in 2023 in writing, addressed to many people, many officials. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Sibyl, there's one aspect which is extremely disturbing. GD entry in regard to the unnatural death is recorded at 10:10 in the morning.
That's correct.
Right? So
Right.
at 10:10, the police station, in this case, the
Tala police station.
Tala PS is informed that 10:10 that there's an
Yes.
unnatural death.
Yes, yes.
Notwithstanding all this, the securing of the crime scene and the seizure and everything takes place at 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the night.
No. Well, that's why I've got timelines. Well, this is a bit unfortunate. I'll just give you the timeline. Exactly.
What are we doing up to
But
then?
kindly, I have given minute by minute what happened, Mullah. We have a timeline prepared for your lordships, Mullah.
Lord,
And it's backed by videography. It's not, Mullah, something that we are saying.
Lord, can I be shared with the timeline?
Yes, we'll share it. I wish you had asked, shared what you passed on to the
We
court.
don't have to
But
ask,
doesn't
you have
matter.
to give it
But
to
doesn't
CBI.
matter. Doesn't
We
matter.
were on
I
the
don't have
ground.
to
so
request.
mistake, my lords. Could we
You
be
are
shared the
bound to
timeline?
give
You should have
everything
given
to
it
the
yourself.
CJI. You have not given.
You should have given it yourself.
Lord, I believe.
Lord, I am getting Kolkata police. Ships have, Lord.
Mullah, we have
Records. Ah.
Can't hear your lordship properly.
As per the autopsy report,
Yes.
the autopsy was conducted in the evening hours of 9.
No, no. On 9th.
On 9th?
On 9th.
9th August.
Yes.
Now, the GD entry
Yes.
of unnatural death case was recorded on 23:30 hours on 9th. That is 11:30.
No,
Now,
that's for the FIR. FIR. UD case was in the morning, Malaj.
But then
1:47
As
PM.
per the report submitted to us.
No, that's why I have the timeline, Malaj. It's better, your lordship. I'll give it to my lord.
23 is the FIR.
1 second, allow me.
That is right.
The scene of crime, including inquest, seizures and autopsy were carried out mentioning the GD entry number 542 dated 9/8/2024. Now this GD entry was made. And 861. And it's case number 861.
Malaj, may I, with your lordship's permission, Malaj, allow me to place the timeline before your lordship, given minute by minute as to what happened. And Malaj, if there is, kindly hold on, just give it to my lord, please.
Mr. Sibal,
Yeah.
just tell us from your record, at what time the postmortem was performed?
Yes, I'll tell your lordship.
From your record?
Yes, yes.
That is for the time being
6:10 to 7:10 PM.
in the evening,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
When you are taking the dead body
Yes,
for the purpose of performing postmortem,
yes.
is it a case of unnatural death or not? If it is not a case of unnatural death, why do you have to perform the postmortem? This
is a case.
Just, so that
Sorry.
you can respond to it.
Sorry.
There are so many questions.
Yes,
which
yes,
are
I agree. Of
coming
course.
in our mind.
Right.
And we have the best of the assistance
Yes.
in your form. When you start performing the postmortem, that means it is a case of unnatural death.
No doubt about it.
Postmortem starts at 18:10 hours.
Yes,
It comes to an end at 19:10 hours.
yes.
What was the idea in registering UD at 23:30 hours?
That's the FIR, Malaj. That's not the UD.
No, sir.
Malaj, I've just.
Just listen to us.
I'm sorry.
Either you are right
No.
or
No,
what
it was
was
FIR.
You have to answer your lordship's question, Malaj, without interference, please.
Well, you can.
No. Just
Yes,
one
certainly.
clarification.
Certainly.
The records reveal,
Yes,
subject to what you have to further point out to us.
correct.
UD case number 861 of 24 of police station Tala
Yes.
was registered at 23:30 hours. On 9th August 2024, V-Day GD entry number 576 and the FIR number 52 of 2024 was registered at 23:45 hours. Is this record correct?
Malaj, may I therefore point out to your lordship, just take the timeline. We have referred everything in
So
it.
according to your record, the UD was registered at what times?
1:45 PM.
1:45?
PM.
No, that's not true.
That 1:45 PM.
How do we reconcile the two records?
Malaj, I'll show that to your
Because
lordship.
we today have a report
Malaj, but that I'm saying, Malaj.
which indicates that this is the time. So therefore, it's very surprising. Postmortem precedes registration of UD.
No, Malaj, this is what I am told, Malaj, and I can only
Is
respond.
someone responsible there to assist?
Yes, certainly, Malaj.
If any officer is present, you may
Yes.
speak to him and tell us.
What is it?
Because if this is the fact, then it is something very dangerous.
I agree with, I agree. Let me just, Malaj, the officer is here.
Please.
I may beg my lords to point out one thing.
One-
The
one-
postmortem
Just a minute.
report-
Just a minute,
Just a
first,
minute,
let
please.
him assert it.
Unnatural death entry answer.
Tell him to make a responsible statement. He should not make a rash
Of
statement.
course not, Malaj. No
Tell
question.
him.
No question about it. Malaj, kindly see page 4 of the diary.
I thought this is.
What time is this?
Can I have a timeline, please?
Hold on. I've
No,
not
no,
even handed it to the.
You have not given. I have been requesting since
I don't know why you are interfering, sir. I've not even given it to the court.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Allow me to answer the court, please.
There are 3, 4 questions. which
Yes,
we
Manoj,
would
we'll
like
answer each one, Manoj. And we can't, Manoj, we have to make sure that what we say is right, Manoj. So what time is this? Hmm. Yes. Manoj, yes, kindly see, Manoj. Now, kindly see page 4 of what? Of the case diary. It'll give some indication as to what happened.
thought.
Yes, it says, Manoj, that
UD case number 861 of 24 was registered at what hours?
1:45.
From where do you get this?
It mentions, Manoj.
From where do you get that?
Just trying to show. Make sure that. Date,
That's common, that's common.
Be careful in the statement.
It's all right, as long as we get the correct answer,
Correct.
no problem.
Our reports are based on the case diary they have given to us.
Just a minute, Mr. Solicitor General. They are expected to reply to our question. Why it takes so much of time? Just show the time on the document, that's all. All that you need to do is refer to that document and tell us at what time UD, again I am repeating, 861 of 24 was registered.
Yes. Has to be in the case diary. Just show it here, the UD case document is here. We can't possibly, my lord is asking.
आपके पास पे है
हर कॉपी में
You'll don't do
नहीं
it.
नहीं
Just something,
Yes,
when we take up this matter on the next date,
yes,
keep a responsible police officer
yes,
present here
yes, absolutely.
who had done or who had carried out all this
Yes,
exercise.
certainly, we'll do that.
He should be able to tell us.
Yes, yes.
Till this point of time, we have not got the answer, what time it was registered.
No, my lord is right.
But what time is this?
No, the question is time.
Mr. Sibal,
Manoj, kindly see, quite frankly, Manoj, I'll have to construct this for your lordship. Manoj. For example, I mean, page 2 of the case diary, the UD case, requisition of the magistrate for inquiry. Just, Manoj, kindly see, requisition
Sharma,
for inquest.
can you tell us at what time the inquest Panchnama was drawn?
Yes, we'll just tell you that. That also we have in a timeline. 4:20 to 40 p.m.
4:20
to
4:40 p.m. And now the record reveals the report which we have in our hand that UD was registered after the inquest Panchnama, after the postmortem.
That was made before the judicial magistrate to carry out the inquest mentions
the UD.
But that's page number 2 of the case diary.
That's what we were going to point out.
Now, Mr. Solicitor General.
Yes.
Has the CBI collected the record which is available to them?
Yes.
They have collected it?
We have collected.
Is any officer present today?
Yes.
Who is it?
The Joint Director, CBI, my lord.
Ma'am, you have understood our question. Come to page 12 of your report which has been tendered today. Read para 10 in your mind, Page 12. Tell us, is this record correct? Is this correct?
Yes, sir. It's
Correct.
based on the documents given to us by the Kolkata.
Why are they showing us some different time? Which is the document they are referring to?
Sir,
Case diary, I have it with me.
Case diary.
sir, this is based on the GD entries and the documents given to us by the
Correct.
Kolkata police.
But look at the time which you have stated.
It's there, sir, in the GD entries, sir.
Can you show us? Can you show us?
Yes, sir.
I'll just put out mark and passing.
They are mentioning the GD of what happened in the entire day, Malaj. If your lordship that look at page 2, Malaj, page 2, it says the application made to the magistrate with the GD and where the UD entry is already mentioned.
You may be right, Mr. Sibal. This is something which even the criminal procedure code doesn't prescribe.
Yes, exactly.
The entire procedure
Yeah.
which has been
Your
followed by your police,
Yes.
police of the state, it is something which at least I have not come across
Yes.
in 30 years of my.
I know. Right. I appreciate it. But Manoj, the facts must be before your lordships. Manoj. That's the important thing. The real
The
fact.
first thing we want to confirm is,
Yes.
is it true that the UD case was registered at 23:30 hours and that the post-mortem and everything preceded the registration of the UD?
No, Manoj.
We'll have to answer.
Yes, please, Manoj.
Second question to
Yeah.
you,
Well,
Mr.
that's
Sibal.
the second question.
Who is this assistant superintendent non-medical? Who is this person?
Superintendent.
Is this assistant superintendent a male or a female?
I believe it's a female, but I just make sure. Female.
Her conduct is also very, very doubtful. Why did she act in this manner?
I can't possibly. Manoj, that's number 2.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, kindly pardon me, this is the one copy that we have. I have marked on the side, flapping is on the right hand side, my lord. First page.
Well, I've got the entire sequence here. GD entry 542 is at 10:10 a.m.
Manoj, I have if your lordship don't mind, Manoj, I mean,
No, I've got your documents. I'm looking at it from your documents.
Yes.
GD entry, it says 542, 10:10 a.m.
Yes.
It says received information over the telephone.
Yes.
From Ajikor MCH Police Outpost that a lady of PG trainee of so-and-so MCH was found lying in unconscious state at seminar room of chest medicine department of 3rd floor of emergency building in half-naked condition. Accordingly informed so-and-so officer in charge and under his order,
Yes.
leaving PS with lady police and force for causing inquiry. This is at 10:10 a.m.
Correct.
Just allow me to intervene.
Now, one second.
The doctors are saying unconscious, though she was already dead.
1 second.
You don't need to be a doctor to understand.
This is 542.
Yes.
Now, next is 576. Now,
Yes,
576 is extremely important. The PM examination over, the dead body of the deceased, the board verbally opined that the death of the deceased was due to the effect of manual strangulation associated with smothering, ante-mortem, and homicidal in nature.
Correct.
Also verbally opined that medical evidence of forceful penetration stroke insertion in her genitalia, possibility of sexual assault. They say possibility. Accordingly, PO has been cordoned under proper guard. Also, several witnesses were examined and the statement was recorded, consulted CCTV footages in and around the vicinity of the PO.
Yes.
One thing, therefore, which is very clear is that the cordoning off and the preservation of the crime scene takes place after the post-mortem report is conducted. This is what the GD entry itself says. So first, the PM takes place between 6 and 7 in the evening, after which they start cordoning off the crime scene. Now just go forward. Experts of SFL, WB, have visited the spot under their direction and able guidance incriminating articles and documents were seized under videography
Right.
in proper seizure list after observing all legal formalities by seizure list dated 9th August. Dog squad also arrived on the spot. On the basis of the prayer of investigating agency, learned judicial magistrate conducted inquest over the dead body of the deceased under videography after observing all legal formalities. Accordingly, PM examination was conducted by the Board of Autopsy Surgeons consisting of 3 members under videography over the dead body of the deceased and declared her dead body on 9th August at about 12:44 hours. Meanwhile, so-and-so homicide, officers of homicide section, women grievance cell, scientific wing so-and-so photography, it was learned that the door of the seminar room was in open condition. Then 576. On perusal, 1 blue-colored jeans, etc., found in incriminating articles were found on the mattress, beneath the mattress on the dais. Accordingly, some people were examined. They will not read out her name, which appears immediately thereafter. Accordingly, on-duty RMO of so-and-so examined. Found that one lady was lying on her back on a mattress kept on the wooden dais inside the said seminar room in unconscious and motionless condition. She was examined in presence of lady police personnel and found some injuries on her private parts and other parts of her body. Also found that she wore whatever. After return to PS under order of OC, and UD case has been registered. Vide Tala UD case number 9th August.
So this is now it is
Now it's
confirmed
very clear.
that it was 23:30 hours.
Page number 2, just see page number
No, but
2.
this is the case diary.
No,
It shows that the UD case is registered
No, that's
after he returns to the police station.
I don't want to contradict, but kindly see page 2
Okay,
of the case diary.
these are their documents.
Yes, Manoj. As given to us.
We'll part with you for 2
And
minutes.
after return to the police station, the seized articles were kept in Malkhana, white MK number 52 of.
Before that, your lordships may see the last page of this.
Would my lord,
Last but one.
may I pleading with your lordship, look at page
Second
2,
last,
my
my lord. After return to PS under order of
Okay, that we have seen.
UD case has been registered, my lord, that
Yes,
is at
sir.
2030.
Make us understand this. The circle portion. What is this?
Malaj, when he comes back, he records the entire incident and then Malaj repeats that. But
Oh, Mr. Sibal, oh, sorry, we can't accept this explanation.
page 2 in the diary itself, Malaj, kindly have a look at page 2 if you don't mind, Malaj, please.
So what is this? He has recorded minutes? The entire day's proceedings?
He has to, Malaj, he has
Why has he mentioned this 32 hours, 30
because
hours?
he's come back at that time, Malaj. At the police station at that time, Malaj. He therefore recorded it. Malaj, there's a lot of,
Okay. Now show us one document
yes, I'm showing. Malaj.
prior to 23:30 hours,
Correct.
wherein we find this UD case number so and so.
Page 2, page 2.
Give it back to us, please.
I'm sorry, Malaj. Page 2, Malaj.
Of this
Page
compilation,
diary, yes,
page 2.
yes. That's the second last page, Malaj, and there it is mentioned. Second last
Second last page of the case diary.
of the case diary. Page
It's
number
UD,
2.
not GD.
Case diary, my lord's page.
Case diary, page 2.
Case diary.
We have it in hard copy.
Yes, we give it to your lordship.
Let us see.
Let us give it to mine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the magistrate would happen in the afternoon, which
That
happens
is
in
after,
the
that is
afternoon.
much after.
And you will see the diary number, Malaj, 861 of 24. 861 of 24.
Even the order of the magistrate.
Even the order of the magistrate thereafter, Malad, says that.
Plus page 4.
Let them investigate. This has been inserted later in point of.
No, page 4.
Yes, prima facie
Malad.
it appears.
Before, Malad,
Prima facie it appears.
page 4, not
Let
inserted.
them look into it. Let them look.
Ask for the report from the ACJM.
Just give it back to us. I'll share it with my lord.
My request is
and my
ask for the
brother.
report
Yes,
from
my lord,
the
and the
ACJM,
copy may be given to us, my lord. I do not know whether this copy we have or not.
The case diary.
That's okay, but give one more copy. What objection can you have?
Report of the ACGM can come, Malad.
This page may be given to us. They may have given. Let another copy be
May
given.
I request your lordship, look at page 4 and ask for the report of the ACGM report.
No, I do not know what is shown. I must say.
Malad, kindly see page, Malad, I'm sorry, Malad, I give. No, Malad, it
No,
can't
the
be-
copy of print of this page may be given. Malad.
Just a minute.
That's the request.
Just give it back to me, please. Only you have a look at it.
We just look at it. Yeah. I understand. Yes, I know. Now, Malad, your lordship suspicion is right. Now we read page 8.
From where? In this?
Yes, here. That's the inquest report. Give it back. This is the judicial magistrate, Malad, who carry out the inquest, and see Malad UD case 861. Postmortem also mentions it. So, Malad, these can't be inserted. And this is signed by the magistrate.
Here's this number.
They will have to look into.
Let them, Malad. I also magistrate's Malad's order itself.
They'll have to look into.
My lord,
Yes,
I
please.
would, my lord, again request my learned friend to give me a copy of this. Even if it is given, let it be given afresh.
Give a copy after I have a soft copy.
We'll give you a
Please
copy.
have a
We have
printout
soft
and give it.
copy. So, Malad, magistrate's order, Malad, kindly see the magistrate's order. That's, Malad, also part of the
CD.
CD.
Diary.
I just give it to your lordship. Just give it to my lord. No, but I think.
The magistrate's order is not part of the case diary.
1 second, it's not, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's not so. Kindly have a look, Malad. The magistrate's order itself. My lord, Justice Pardiwala, please, Malad, I'm sorry. This is the magistrate's order. And it mentions the case number.
Documents are not with the CBI.
It's not given to us. It's not a part of case diary. That's the simple answer.
Malad, they are and they are not producing them. They are. And I'm sorry to say, Malad.
Just a second.
because an impression is being created, my lords, that's
we don't
contrary
have
to
it.
the record.
Ma'am,
He has a.
come to page 8 of your report. Roman 14, I'm sorry, Roman 17. Last 3 lines. Is this still pending?
Roman 17, top.
Yes. Last 3 lines. Is this still pending? Or the High Court has passed the necessary order and you have completed it?
Sir, it's still pending, sir.
Still pending.
Is to be conducted, yes, sir.
Oh.
He has the court passed.
What time?
Taking permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
Yeah.
We are awaiting the permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
Then you should pursue it at the earliest.
We are doing.
There's something else we wish to point out, my lords. We're just checking something which will demonstrate, my lords.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, bring something else to your lordship's attention. Your lordships will allow me, my lords. May I just bring something else to your lordship's attention? That the seizure list at page 25 also has UD case 861. Postmortem has, seizure list has.
861.
Page 25.
Case diary.
25 case diary. Inquest has everything. All documents have that.
Inquest, postmortem, seizure list.
Page 25 seizure list.
Case diary. PDF 157 of the case diary.
This is at 8:30. Yeah. This is at 8:30, your lordship notices. All is before 11. So how can anybody, my lords, even content. Yeah.
Inquest is at,
I'll substantiate that.
inquest is at 440.
And the inquest is at 440, Manoj.
Also mentions.
And the original CD has also been given to them, Manoj. It's a bit unfair to. And the original CD was handed over to the CBI in the High Court, Manoj. As soon as the transfer order came, Manoj. Yes, yes, yes. 1 o'clock after the post-mortem.
Had victim show what additional findings they had.
Only for a second. Just to remove this confusion, Manoj, how this time comes.
Yeah, that's right. We've already shown documents before that. Manoj, the original CD will contain everything.
I think they were registered GDE. What is GDE?
General diary entry.
No.
It was a procedure for the immediate case. Under
Only a
I'm sorry,
minute,
Manoj.
my lords, just to create this, my lord.
Seen the case diary, we formed the, we can, we can form a view on what the movement of the police officers was, who went, what time the body was first noticed, what time the body is brought, what time the inquest takes place, post-mortem, and then finally the FIR at 11:30 in the night.
No, even this UD case has 11 to 30. That's what I want to
No,
show.
no, no, that's not correct.
See the UD case.
Can your lordships just see this?
577 is recorded at 10:10 in the morning.
Yes.
Can your lordships just have a look at it?
Yes. Yes.
Can your lordships have a
Because
look
they
at
have this information in the CD, they have this
Mr.
information.
Sibal, please allow
What
me
is
now.
Mr. Sibal?
Please allow me.
Allow me what? You should have shown the CD, given the CD.
Lord, I don't
The
wish to
original
fight,
should have
my
been
lord. I
given
am-
in court.
In fact, this also matches with the FIR.
Lord,
FIR
there is a
says
confusion, my lord. Please allow me.
Received date 9th August 24, time 10:10 hours.
My lord, if
DD
your lordship
number
gives me 2 minutes, my lord.
Exactly.
My lord, I may be right, I may be wrong. Give me 2 minutes, my lord. Your lordships have, my lord, this 10:10. 10:10, my lord.
Yes, yes.
This is GDE, called General Diary Entry.
Right, at the police station.
At the first, yes, at the police station. Please, my lord, thereafter come to this, my lord. My lord, your lordship, I do not know the number of the compilation, but it is page 47 on the top.
Yes, 47 we got.
Correct?
It's the same.
Your lordship, please, Mr. Sibal.
Yes, continue.
There is
Mr.
always a courtesy to each
Yes,
other. Lord,
exercise.
this is 576, 2330. Correct, my lord? Now read this, my lord. In reference to Tala PS General Diary entry number 542 of date, return to PS with so-and-so, so-and-so. Please ignore it and come to the next page. After return to PS under order of office something, an UD case has been registered with a Tala PS number so-and-so 861. So this UD case is registered, my lord. Earlier was GD entry. This is UD case at 2330 and at 2345 FIR is registered.
Well, see page 40, it just shows, Malad.
That's, my lord, how the chronology we have, my lord, presented.
Muddy the waters. It's all muddy the waters. That's what you're doing.
Just see 42. Just see 42.
42, my lord.
GD number 542, dated 10:10 a.m. Received information over the telephone from Ajittak Medical College Hospital Police Outpost that a lady of PG trainee of
So-and-so was found lying in unconscious state at so-and-so medicine department of third floor of emergency building in so-and-so, according to informed sector 92 OC and under his order, leading PS with lady police. So this is, my lord, general diary entry. What is?
That is what DD is. That's
Lord,
what
somebody has lost the
That's
life.
according to the
Don't
rules.
at least laugh.
One second. According to
at
the
least
rules,
laugh.
Maharaj, that we follow,
A girl has
these
lost her
regulations we've
life
done in accordance.
in a most inhuman and undignified manner.
Maharaj, these are the rules and we have followed to the T the rules
Yes,
of the,
I will show that
of
what rules
unnatural death end.
My lord,
the Solicitor General. First, a general diary entry is made. Thereafter, the police proceeds to the spot. with the case diaries.
Correct.
Case general diary is kept in at the police station.
Which
Case
is
diary is carried to the spot.
Yes.
Now the relevant part would be
Yes.
this part, which is a inquest report.
Yes,
This shows that the information regarding unnatural death was received and registered as case number 861 on 9/8/2024 at 10:10 hours.
That's correct.
Yes.
And this extract is the general diary which the police complete
we will
after
examine
the
this
day is
aspect
over.
and come back to you.
It carries various steps that have been carried out during the course of the day.
That's right.
So that
Lord,
is what
and I can assure my learned friend, this is not an attempt to muddy the water, to remove the mud
have
from the
already
water,
muddied.
because we are dealing with a delicate situation. Somebody's dignity is
Oh,
lost.
come on, we all know that. We are all, it's a tragic incident, it's barbaric, and we are on the same side.
Your side
But
was
let's
laughing.
not muddy the waters on.
Really unfortunate.
The only one point which we also see is that the UD, I'll read out the relevant part. This is at page 74. Accordingly, PO has been cordoned under proper guard. Also, several witnesses were examined and their statements were recorded. Consulted CCTV footages in and around the vicinity of the PO. After post-mortem and inquest, the dead body of the deceased has been handed over to her mother, so-and-so. After return to the police station, under order of officer in charge, so-and-so, and UD case has been registered by Tala PS UD case number 861, dated 9 August 2024. All concerned, including superiors, were informed. After return to the police station, the seized articles were kept in PS Malkhana by Malkhana number 52 in the presence of ASI and constable so-and-so. Now, and officer in charge was informed. So it appears that the initial report of an unnatural death was received and which was recorded in the GD at
So not unnatural death, unconscious body. The doctors are informing the police that there is an unconscious body.
Lying in unconscious state. That is
not a you don't have to be a doctor to know that it's not unconscious body, it's a dead body.
At 10:10 a.m.
Yes.
GD 542.
This is from the outpost, Manoj.
Right. The unnatural death is recorded by entry 861 after they return to the police station at night.
That is how we have seen.
And 11:30 in the night, the FIR is registered. In the meantime, the body has been handed over to the mother for the purpose of.
And that too, the father insists for registration of the FIR.
Yes, absolutely.
The hospital does not register the FIR. Father has insisted and registered the FIR.
The father told us, you wait till I tell you, then only register.
No.
I will give a written complaint. That's what happened. At least tell us what's been happening in the investigation in trying to say that this happened at 11:45.
The family is here, Manoj.
The date has
Yes, appearing, my lord.
One clarification which we need.
Certainly, Manoj.
If the report of the police indicates that after return to the police station, GD 861 was recorded. In the meantime, the dead body had been handed over to the mother for cremation.
Yeah.
If this does not square up with the fact that the inquest refers to GD 861. Inquest takes place. I have the inquest of the judicial magistrate.
Right.
Judicial magistrate says I conducted the inquest at 4:20 p.m. on the 9th of August.
Correct.
That inquest report refers to GD 861.
Yes.
Now, if the police say that the GD 861 was recorded on return to the police station just before, obviously before the FIR is recorded that night, how is it that an inquest at 4:20 refers to 861?
Lord, I do not know how it will turn.
Just recording.
It says UD 861.
Just
not
an expression, Manoj. It's just recording.
It says UD 861.
Ask the ACJM, Manoj. Ask the ACJM. He was there. Ask the ACJM, Manoj. Everything is on record. Your memo says 861. Postmortem says 861. And Manoj, the real thing is the investigation. Why are we moving away? What has happened in the investigation?
My lord,
Do you have?
my lord, my friends may share the timelines with us.
Do you have the postmortem report? Yes, just pass it on.
I'm sorry, Manoj.
Postmortem.
Postmortem, yeah.
Lord, the state says father,
Three, Manoj. Page
father
1-3.
did not permit registration of FIR. The father's counsel is there.
Page 1-3, Manoj. Page 13
And he-
of the case diary.
So the state will wait for the father.
Page 13 of the case diary.
In this PM note, is there a reference of 861 somewhere? Top, please.
At the top, Manoj.
Where?
First line, Manoj, reference
Yes,
to the
yes, okay.
Right on top.
Right on top. It's there. UD case number.
Here's then that at the time when the PMR was when the postmortem was conducted, UD 861 had already been there.
That's right. There's no doubt about it, Manoj.
The inquest
Manoj,
number is also
people are
there.
using some language, some expressions, Manoj. Bengali speaking people are, Manoj, using some expressions in English.
No, there is no Bengali in
Okay,
the
come on.
IR.
The record will show.
No, why does the IO then say that after I returned to the police station in the night, I recorded?
Because he has to record. Because he has to record what has happened all this while. That's the point.
He is recording minutes of the meeting, my lord.
But the
which-
investigation.
The point is, we are more concerned about the investigation, what has happened in the last
Exactly,
1
that's
week. At
what
least
is
tell the
being
court that.
In the
He's right. They were
Yeah.
more concerned about the
Maybe inform the
investigation,
court.
which is emerging now.
Lordship, the PMR talks about 151 mg of semen. It is never in mg.
No, it is not
in
semen.
ml.
It is the weight
It is in.
So please, come on. Now. This is the problem that.
We are at the very incipient stage, but don't confuse this.
Yeah.
Don't use social media to make arguments in the court.
I'm grateful, Manoj, for that. I'm grateful.
We have specifically now the PMR before us, and we know what that 151 refers to.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's not use, what we read on
What is
social
happening.
media and then make legal arguments on that basis. That's
Manoj,
what
I have a very.
God makes
Manoj, 1 second. Now, Manoj, your lordships asked me that you will give me a chance, Manoj, after this is over. I have a very serious issue at hand, Manoj, and I want to hand over an affidavit to you. Just please give it. And I'll hand over that affidavit also to the solicitor, but only to him. Manoj, just give it. Just go through this affidavit, Manoj.
They're only giving.
Only to him.
Yes, I'll give it.
Well, just read through this, see what's going to happen. Para 5 onwards, page 2, Manoj. These are collateral events, Manoj. They are bound to happen.
And this is again on social media, my lord, something on.
No, not social media. We've got the original.
My lord, state filing an affidavit based on social media.
Just let the court please read it. Then para 8 is also important.
Check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
just reading it. No, Malaj, this is.
There are
Hold on,
appearances
hold on.
both
Allow
sides,
me,
Manoj.
allow me.
Let's not go into it.
1 second. Malaj, this is exceptionally serious because they've planned it for 27th. Now, Malaj, if any protest is to be done, they must tell us which route. They must
Well,
tell
who
us
should
what.
tell us?
Please.
You tell yourself.
Malaj,
I mean,
normal
police will have to
procedure
come to
must
know
be
about
followed,
it.
must be followed. And Malaj, what they do is they carry flags. Malaj, they take off the flag, it becomes a stick. And there's an SOP, there is a standard operating procedure which has to be followed, Malaj. Because what will happen, Malaj, as your lordship sees, Malaj, the whole purpose is now it's collateral events that are happening. It's unrelated to what, Malaj, the real issue is. And we've got photographs, Malaj.
I
36
support
onwards,
Mr.
we've got
Sibal. No
photographs as to
vandalism
what
should be
really happened.
permitted by the
Malaj,
police.
all this running away from the police, we've actually got photographs. This is all completely wrong. The status report
are
is given.
saying, Manoj,
So
we are
I will want your lordships to go through that status report and pass an order that this can't be done, Manoj, and there must be a standard operating procedure which has to be followed.
We'd like to see, we'll come back after lunch, we just want to see your status.
Yes, Manoj. Obliged. I'm deeply obliged.
Lord, may I just
Deeply obliged.
say,
Come back and see yours, because we've
Lord-
examined CBI status.
Yes, now your lordship makes them.
Lord, may I just say to my friends, CISF is still not there. No, it's not there. I've got photographs of today morning. I have photographs.
Just take instructions. That's
I received an intimation in writing that they have gone, they have visited in along with the Kolkata police and to decide where to post whom. Lord, one thing is to be decided. Kolkata police says that the security should be in the hospital, but we feel that it should be more in the hostel because
Mr. Sibal, we might be just late by 10 minutes or so.
No problem.
No. 15, so all of you
Deeply
also know
obliged.
you have.
Deeply obliged.
Grateful, Lord.
So, Solicitor, we'll come back at you.
right.
Original case diary, Malaj, sir.
Check, check. Check, check. Check, mic check.
क्या कर रहे हो आप? क्या दिया तुमने? आधी फाइल करना है।
This All India Judges matter, my lords have directed today the appearance of the chief secretaries on 27th. My lord, I appear for the state of Tamil Nadu. The state of Tamil Nadu has issued GO, has made budgetary allocation, and in compliance affidavit has requested for 6 weeks time to actually disburse in the account. The chief secretary has recently joined on 19th of this month as chief secretary. Lord, permit us to appear online, Lord, if
But you have issued a GO. Has disbursement been completed?
within 6 weeks, the compliance affidavit says 2 advances have been disbursed. There were 21 advances which budgetary allocations have also been made.
What is the position here in Tamil Nadu?
This connection, this was stated that in terms of the directions of this honorable court, so and so, have been revised by the state government and arrears have to be paid. Therefore, it is respectfully submitted that to calculate the arrears due to revision and allowances and sanction of new allowances and credit in their account, 2 more times is asked, 2 more months they have asked for time.
I spoke 6 weeks. We will.
2 more months is what they
6
asked.
weeks is what Lord, I am told by Chief Secretary that 6 weeks we will completely, because the claims, certain claims have to be made by the officers, not by us. Ultimately,
To complete the exercise in 4 weeks. At the most, we might give you 4 weeks, right? Come here, we'll hear all the chief secretaries, who are here. We don't want to now start making an exception in the morning. We have not made any exception. Yes.
Online, Milord.
No, not online. They are supposed to remain present here. That's our order. Why are you shy?
No, Lord, I am not shy.
Whatever statement they want to make, let them appear here before us and they'll make a statement.
Lord, we find the
Sorry,
the
in
Chief
the
Secretary.
morning, a similar request was made.
We have not allowed that to
Honorable
anybody.
Chief Justice has declined. So no exception for you. Ask them to remain present.
Item 7 is the matter of the twins, where Kara was to respond. Adoptions have already taken place and Kara was to give the NOC. So 16th, your lordship heard for 26th. Kara has not responded.
It's on board today. If it doesn't reach today, because of this, we'll take it up early next week. Otherwise, we'll take it early next week if you want.
No, Lord, I'll wait.
We can take it up on Tuesday. We can.
Whatever your lordship.
We'll take it up on Wednesday. We can take it up. The aunt has adopted both the children.
The position is that I will explore the options under the UK adoption system. They say you get a non-convention adoption order. Kara has to give a non-convention adoption order.
Okay, that's fair enough, but we'll take it up on Wednesday. So that Tuesday. Oh yeah, we have a CB on Wednesday, so Tuesday we'll take it up.
Tuesday.
Well, may I make a small?
List if possible, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
May I make a small request, Manoj? Would my lords allow us to airdrop the material?
All right.
Yes, a soft copy, airdrop, soft copy of this. It's much clearer, Manoj, than that. That's all. Please airdrop it. And in the meantime, just Manoj, so that some misgivings, Manoj, may be cleared.
Their official records, was possible to be shared, please share it.
No, it's a status report, no? This you can share.
Regulations.
Yeah, please. Manoj, I just wanted to mention to your lordship, through a notification issued in the Gazette in 2018, Manoj, by an order of the Commissioner of Police, we are required to follow these guidelines, which are set out, unnatural deaths and injuries. And we have followed these guidelines to the T. So it's not something that we have departed, Manoj, from the standard procedure. It's the regulation of 68, Manoj. Immediately on receipt of information of a death occurring in any of the circumstances, first information report shall be drawn up in West Bengal form such and such. The information shall be recorded in the same manner as a first information of a cognizable crime. That's how the unnatural death is registered. And it shall be put up for subdivisional who shall record his orders. And then it goes on, Manoj. So we follow this to the T.
Except that this doesn't justify registration of your FIR at 11:30 at night.
But everything started earlier. All the investigation was done.
Body was recovered in soon after 9:30.
But Manoj, all the investigation was done in accordance with law, Manoj. There's no as far as delay in the investigation. The procedure is the same, Manoj. We have not, Manoj.
Procedure and other things is a separate issue, but the point really does remain that what is the reason? I mean, now we've already highlighted that. We needn't go over it all over again. What is the reason why the FIR is lodged almost 14 hours after the discovery of.
Because we asked the parents, he says, we'll give a formal complaint. That's all on the record.
Second, further investigation is also required.
One counsel is here.
Please, if you don't mind.
Parents counsel.
Sir,
He's waving his hands.
1 second, if you don't mind.
He's waving his
hands. Second, most important. What is
it's not an issue that the parents should have requested them to delay the
Why?
FIR.
He was the principal of the college. He should have come straight away to the college and directed the filing of the FIR. Who was he in touch with? What was his? What were his connections?
That's for him, Manoj, to decide why he didn't do it. Manoj, I'm just telling your lordship that as far as we are concerned, we follow this procedure, be that as it may, Manoj. Now,
the moment he tenders a resignation, he's appointed as a principal of another college.
We'll respond to that separately.
What is the purpose? I mean,
yes,
there's
I appreciate that part of it.
A lot of
we appreciate that part of it.
We're still investigated by the by
now, of course, Manoj, each of us, Manoj, who are appearing for the state have now got Swiss bank accounts which are doing the rounds, Manoj, because we are appearing for the state. That's all that's happening now, Manoj, outside. And we are, instead of...
Initially, that Swiss bank account came, Manoj, from your client, present client.
Anyway, we don't have to really go into all this. We have to.
Let's not, what we will again, you know, instead of concentrating on the investigation, you're concentrating on the state of West Bengal.
CBI submitted its status report to us of the investigation. You have also submitted a status report of the investigation. We will have a look at your report. We'll take it on the record. Let the investigation continue. There are two different things. CBI in respect of the actual death, and insofar as you are concerned, the vandalization which takes place the day after. So,
and the future protest, Manoj, your lordships have to protect us for that. That future protest.
Protest?
How can
protecting the state?
How can we protect the state?
No, your lordships may Manoj, SO, the standard operating procedure must follow. We will designate an area they can hold the protest. They can go there.
So why do we have to do all that? Your district magistrate.
Yeah, your lordships will only say, Manoj, because your lordships have said no peaceful protests should be interfered with, Manoj. Now, if they don't follow the standard operating procedure, don't tell us what the leader is. Manoj, what will happen is what your lordship have seen.
We have not for a moment said that the requisite provisions of law should not be complied.
That's right. That should be clarified. That's all.
The only thing is that what we meant was that stop arresting people who are.
Yes, absolutely. Your lordship may just clarify that.
Manoj, an additional small clarification.
We have never said that irrespective of the normal procedures for conducting protests.
That's being done, Manoj. That's why I saw those audio clips, Manoj.
Right now we will just say this. A status report has been submitted by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Likewise, a status report has been submitted on behalf of the police of the state of the investigation.
Kolkata police.
By the
Kolkata police.
By the Kolkata police. On behalf of the Kolkata police. Full stop. As already noted earlier, the investigation into the circumstances relating to the death of the postgraduate student at Aajtak Medical College and Hospital is being conducted by the CBI. Full stop. The Kolkata police is looking into the investigation following the vandalization of the hospital after the protests of the after the protests at the site.
No, it was vandalism, not protest.
After the protests at the site.
Yes. Vandalism after the protest. Yes.
Full stop. Next. From the material which has been produced before the court, it appears that a request for conducting the polygraph test has been submitted. Test of the accused has been submitted to the ACJM Sialda, which is stated to be under process. Full stop. The ACJM Sialda shall pass orders on the application no later than by 5 p.m. on 23 August 2024. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, a number of counsel have appeared on behalf of diverse stakeholders, including the associations representing the resident doctors. Full stop.
And other doctors,
Resident doctors and other doctors. Full stop. The Yeah, among others, among others. Full stop. The council who have intervened in these proceedings, together with the parties for whom they have intervened, are set out below. Colon, ये पूरा statement ले लीजिए. In the previous order of this court, while constituting a national task force, this court had specifically clarified that the NTF should engage with diverse stakeholders. Full stop. Consequently, we hope and trust that the NTF shall hear the representatives of diverse stakeholders, so as to enable it to have inputs from all those who are likely to be affected by the process which has been initiated by this court, and who have a vital stake in maintaining safety and well-being of the doctors and other medical professionals in their workplace, in their workplaces.
One second, I have to say something.
In their workplaces.
I give it to
We have not said no. We have said all stakeholders. During the course during the course of the hearing, Learned Council have placed some additional suggestions which may be taken into account by the committee, including (1) the installation of distress call systems, the institutionalization of distress call systems, (2) regulation of duty hours, and 3, the lodgement of the constitution of a compensation distress fund. Next, the above suggestions would, it is needless to note, be considered by the National Task Force, whose remit has been couched in broad terms by this court. It is undoubted that the views of diverse stakeholders would be taken into account by the task force before its final recommendations are made. To facilitate the filing of suggestions before the National Task Force, we direct the Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Union Government to open a specific portal on the website of the ministry, on which associations, or as the case may be, different stakeholders can submit their suggestions for consideration before the committee. Mr. Kapil Sibal, Learned Council appearing on behalf of the State of West Bengal, the Kolkata Police, submits that this court may clarify, submits that while this court has permitted peaceful protests, the order should not be misconstrued to mean that the authorities are precluded from exercising the regulatory powers in accordance with law. This court has not injuncted the state from exercising such lawful powers as are entrusted in terms of the law. However, we categorically reaffirm that peaceful protests shall not be disturbed, nor shall peaceful protest shall not be disturbed or disrupted, and the state shall not take any action against those who are protesting against who are peacefully protesting.
That's correct.
Against the incident which took place at Ajtaq Medical College.
One more
hold on. Allow me. Whether your lordships may take my affidavit on record. Take on record. And Malas, two things. We have filed the status report, but the pen drive is not being taken, which has the videos. Malas, that pen drive may be taken on record.
My lords, with regard.
They are in extras.
One second. Should we keep it after a week for the next status report to be filed before us? Because we just like to.
That's fine, Malas. But the pen drive may be taken because they are the annexures, Malas. Yes, deeply obliged.
My lords,
just
with
give it
regard.
with the pen drive.
Karuna, this is.
Malas, and also, let me finish.
We'll finish the
protest.
Where?
Well, let me just finish this. Well, my timeline was on the events.
Lord, only one request I have to make.
1 second, hold on, please. Let me make my.
Yeah, of course.
Well, the timelines. What master, just take that. So
Lord, the request is this. Lord, request is this, my lord.
In view of the fact that this court has taken measures to ensure the institutionalization of the concerns of the medical professions in terms of the previous order dated so and so, it is only to be expected that the doctors would now return to work. Full stop. Pending the submission of the report to the National Tax Task Force, all state governments and union territories shall ensure that wherever the need arises in terms of the exigencies of work, the state shall be alert to any apprehended violations of a breach of apprehension violations or breach of safety in medical establishments within that.
My lords, doctors are with the court on that. My lords, backlash we can be protected against.
Timeline of events as they happen.
Lord, can the timeline at least be shared with us?
We'll give
a copy to the.
Yes.
But this can never be secret.
What? Nothing. Of course not. Nothing.
Also give the your status report.
Yeah.
That can be shared with the CBI.
Of course, it can be.
Investigation is pending, Malad. How can the status report be shared? That cannot.
But one aspect may be considered.
Yes, his status report is not shared.
The CISF has been deployed at.
Yes, Malad. Yes, Malad.
The Solicitor General states that in compliance with the orders of this court, the CISF has been deployed at Aajtak Medical College and Hospital so as to ensure the safety of
just one small submission.
All other medical professionals.
My lords had said in the morning an additional line, my lords, with regard to protecting our doctors from backlash. They will, of course, rejoin. But my lords, and they have never suspended emergency services. But my lords, there is a concern, already a backlash.
Ms. Nandi, there's no question of only doing emergency services. In a place like, say, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, people take appointments 2 years in advance. If doctors are not available on duty for a day, that means that person loses a slot which was booked 2 years in advance.
Absolutely, my lords. And during lunch, we spoke to our doctors, and this is what has been said, and this is what has absolutely been agreed to. My lords, just the backlash, though, there is the health department and the medical council, we are being told that the action is being taken against our doctors. These are under control of the West Bengal government who are protesting, the protesting doctors. In addition, private and public harassment is happening from the police.
Next week.
Yes, my lords.
Once the doctors get back to work, please come back to us and tell us.
Lordships, may I just point out?
Come back, my lords.
Lordship,
Lordships, there is an order.
Record this in the order.
An apprehension has been expressed on behalf of the doctors, stating that they are likely to be, or some of them are already being proceeded against.
Not to interrupt, in Delhi there is FIR registered against us.
Right. For the protests which took place in the past. Full stop. We are expecting compliance with the assurance which is now given to the court that the doctors would join normal duties. Full stop. In the meantime, if any adverse action has been taken against any protesting doctor for protests which have been carried out prior to the date of this order, no coercive steps shall be taken on the basis of any action.
Lordship, there is an order of a college in Ujjain where my learned friend
nothing hereafter, because now after this order, everybody must
Yes,
doctors have been told
for contempt.
not even to go on a token strike. My learned friend wants.
I just received the.
I'll tell you one thing. Get back to work now. If any doctor is proceeded against for for a protest which took place in the past, we have already said no coercive action will be taken.
This is for the future, actually. We are
Right.
saying that we cannot go for the token
But
protest
you,
as well.
no, but future now you must come back to duty.
No, the problem is
Can
that
we
if we,
say,
if
can we say as judges that we'll stand outside the Supreme Court? No,
Yes,
because
we seek permission from the
justice and medicine can't go on strike.
Yes.
Everybody has to come back.
to the proper measure, it should be done.
Lordship,
And
another
that's for the
aspect.
contempt.
Lordship,
another aspect.
One second.
Look, first, establish before us next time that everybody has come back to work. Once we are satisfied that everybody has come back to work, please rest assured we'll make sure that no adverse action is taken. What happened in the past.
The other thing is, your lordships have taken now the status report on record and a separate affidavit on record. Now, Mullahs, the only thing is, and this is a request from everybody, that Mullahs, normalcy should try and be, Mullahs, the people should not take advantage of the situation. Normalcy should return, Mullahs, and we are investigating
Stop
in their
vandalism.
hands now.
Normal.
Responsible is in their hands now, the investigation.
Vandalism is stopped,
These
everything will
kind
be
of
normal.
statements.
Therefore, we have requested the doctors to come back to work.
Yeah. No statements,
Now,
Mullahs,
the
that are being made of the
investigation is
nature.
going on. The investigation is going on. We are assessing the status reports which are being filed in the course of the investigation. I think now, for the family, there's no question of normalcy because the family is deeply affected.
Correct.
But insofar as the community is concerned, including the community of doctors, we have to return back to our duty.
And the statements and the,
Just
the
one
statements
sentence.
made of the nature that we have placed before you.
I appear for the
But
Resident Doctors
only a
Association
minute,
of.
my lord, let this thought, my lord. Lord, we are not against, my lord, and nobody should make any statement.
That's correct.
We have a statement of a sitting minister of the state of West Bengal saying that, no, not all, there's something very serious, that if anybody talks anything against our leader, his fingers will be chopped off.
Well, then I will read the leader of the opposition statement.
Go into it. Nobody should speak.
Bullets will be fired. Bullets will be fired is what he said.
What we would also expect,
Yes.
please don't politicize.
Exactly.
So Bindu has said bullets will be fired.
This, my lord,
Across
therefore
the
I
political spectrum,
Yes.
parties have to realize, don't politicize.
That's
exactly, my lord, exactly.
The
Mr. Simple
law will take its
started by
course.
saying,
Yes.
The law will take its course, and we are ensuring that the law does take its course after a quick and efficient
Deeply
investigation.
obliged. Deeply obliged.
Second, we are also concerned about the welfare and safety of doctors for the future. We want to institutionalize this.
That's right.
yes,
We are not just going to lay down guidelines. We are going to pass an enforceable direction that the recommendations of the task force will be implemented by the state governments by hospitals under the authority of the union government.
Lordship,
Lord,
there is
by
a
my
possibility of.
interruption, I prevented a political dialogue by giving this instance.
Mine is not, but just 10 seconds. We are grateful. I appear for the Resident Doctors Association of AIMS Delhi. We are grateful, Lordship's taken so much. What has happened is we've taken a peaceful protest. I registered, I get the General Secretary of the association. Now, as it is, emotions are running high. The office bearers are sensible. They're trying their best to convince the large body to get back to work. Now, these kind of FIRs, etc., sets back the process. Just tell them to hold their hands, Delhi police.
Why don't you do this? Ask the doctors at AIMS Delhi also to get back to work. Insofar as the FIR and other things are concerned, we are seized of it. When we are seized of it, nothing is going to happen.
You registered yesterday, my lord. General Secretary accused
Now
in the
tell us
FIR.
one thing, since when have you been abstaining from duties? Tell us, how long is it back?
From the time the incident, for the last 7 days, 7 days.
So the incident took place on the 9th.
Yes, my lord.
Right? Today we are now on the 22nd. Imagine 13 days doctors from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences don't go to work.
Absolutely. As an officer of the court, as lawyers, we've been talking to them after your lordship's taken so much cognizance. We've told them.
Democracy does not mean indiscipline.
I understand, but these FIRs aggravates. Lordship understands the 1,500 doctors, office bearers are sensible. They are trying.
Tell the doctors
Yes.
that once they get back to work, we'll put it to the director. The director is a member of our task force.
Yes, madam.
We put it to the director that all right, and we'll tell the police who are here before us. Nobody wants to pursue the doctors.
Yes, sir.
Right?
But what happens is
Eventually they have to get back to work. That's
let
it.
them just hold their hands till the lordship is. FIR registered for a peaceful protest and after the last order, my lord.
But therefore, we have just said that no coercive steps will be taken. That we have already protected the doctors.
Yes.
But
I understand.
now if they don't get back to work.
I understand. I completely will convey the sentiment.
May I just say, your lordships,
One submission, lordship. One
Nobody should say acid bombs will be used, this should be done, bullets will be fired. It's all wrong, my lord.
Well, God knows you have you have these kind of elements everywhere on all sides of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Now tell us, we don't know who has said that.
We've got the clips.
You have given that to us, but
Yes,
what is the idea?
and the leader of the opposition has done this.
My lord,
Leader of
I
the
am also
opposition.
getting, my lord, many things.
Quay home, there's a protective order. We can't lodge an FIR.
Responsible way of not placing it before the
Yes.
court.
Therefore,
It
we
is
have
to be
said
ignored,
that when we
not
said
to be
that
highlighted.
peaceful protesters will not be disturbed, that is equally subject to compliance with the other requirements. With intimation to the district magistrate.
Lordship, may I say one thing, Lordship? Lordship, because of two investigating agencies are investigating, the vandalism is being investigated by the police and other side is investigated by the CBI. Lordship, there is an apprehension that conflict will be there. Lordship, because vandalism.
Don't worry about it. We are here to resolve any conflict.
What is here on the next
While assessing, Lordship, because
Media trial also must be banned. Media spreading rumors, it is insulting the victim, my lord. Kindly stop.
We've already passed that order.
It is alleged.
It is one.
CBI may not.
One more thing, if you stop filing all those publicity interest litigations that I come every day before this court, I think the media trial will stop. Constantly filing some PIL or the other before us. All right, we'll see.
Lordship, may I just finally say that this hearing has provided a healing touch to the doctors. The doctors who felt they had nobody to vent their grievance with. Your lordships have heard it so patiently, and there's a sense of satisfaction among the doctors that they felt that they now feel that they've finally been heard. So we would just like to thank your lordships.
We thank
Saprajita, we have also said that today that the doctors would be heard by the committee. So
Yes,
I must tell you, Lord, I must tell you, Lordship, Lord, when
Change, my lords.
Mr. Karan,
Your lordship.
Lord, when the Secretary Health,
yes,
Director General of Health Services came, they also shared this concern with that doctors are exposed to patients and patients' relatives, and their temper is also going high because doctors have their own duties, their own compulsions. The patients would expect something. So there is always a friction kind of a situation. So doctors are kind of more vulnerable. But this has really given a healing touch and an assurance coming from the highest court of the country that the highest court of the nation is looking after their interest.
Well, really thank you, Mr. Dr. Rajiv Joshi, I think, is on the line.
It's Dr. Rajiv Joshi from Medical Legal Society of India, sir.
Yes.
I represent a body of doctors which has got 70 lawyers and 120 members, doctors who have done LLB. So this is the association which has worked research for 5 years about the problems of violence against doctors. And you'll be surprised to know that you have mentioned there are 7 acts of 7 states. Actually, there are 21 states have different acts for violence against doctors.
Yes.
So that is first part. Second part is, in spite of having these acts, vandalism and the violence against doctors does not decrease because there is no deterrence. You can understand my statement that out of 1,381 accused people in Maharashtra from 2015 to 2020, only 4 have been convicted and rest have been given go by because of certain laws which help the doctors to help the accused to get away. Now that problem is to be sorted out by the legislation. And what we seek from your honor is the protection of law and not only the protection, physical protection that is being offered by your order, which has been given in detail on the day before yesterday. So what we would like to inform you is that Minister of Health and Family Welfare had drafted a legislation at 2019, and that was rejected by Home Department that this legislation cannot be done because of certain reasons, whatever may the reasons be. After that, when there was epidemic, rather pandemic, the Home Minister assured IMA that they will form a central legislation. But only thing that they did was they amended the Epidemic Diseases Act, and it is now as the epidemic has gone by, the act has the truth of the act has gone by. So what I want to tell you is, out of these, I have filed a public interest litigation in Bombay High Court, and in 2020 we filed a public interest litigation. And as you formed a committee of various doctors, the Bombay High Court Chief Justice formed a committee of people from Maharashtra state, and the committee had 3 meetings, and the meetings have been concluded in a statement which says that the Maharashtra 2010 Act has to be amended. Now, I will read the statement of the Honorable Advocate General of Maharashtra State, which is reproduced in the order of the court, and you will realize what is happening about it. We have further, the court says that we have further been informed in the course of hearing today that the appropriate authority of the government has discussions with the petitioner and a draft of amendments required to be incorporated in the Maharashtra Medicare Services Act has been prepared. However, Mr. Kumbhakoni submits that he has himself pursued the draft and found that the same to be clumsy. He therefore submits that the government ought to be given liberty to considering whether to introduce a new legislation or to amend the act, for which he has time. This order of the court is dated 13th of July 2021, Your Honor. More than 3 years and 1 month has passed after this order. The Maharashtra state government has not done anything about the report of the committee. Therefore, it is necessary to ensure that the recommendations that your National Task Force will give will have to be implemented on the ground. The other statement which I would like to make is we had filed intervention application in Kerala Private Hospital Association versus State of Kerala. And in this case, on the Kerala High Court,
Your Dr. Joshi, your PIL is pending before the Bombay High Court, but we are not leaving it at that. Once the report is submitted by the task force, as you rightly said, the next step would be the implementation of the recommendation.
Yeah. Now, please hear me out for 2 more minutes, Your Honor.
You can assist us at that stage on what steps should be taken to implement the report of the task force. We require
that is one part. Second part, I will give you
what's happening in Maharashtra, Kerala, because that's not really going to carry this matter any further.
Please give me 2 more minutes. We filed the application Kerala High Court, and the Kerala High Court passed an order of golden hour of filing FIR. Your Honor, please give me 1 more minute. The Kerala High Court passed an order of 1 golden hour for filing FIR, which is similar to golden hour doctors used to treat patients of stroke or cardiac arrest, so that the patient doesn't die or come with permanent disability. Now, this FIR was to be filed within 1 hour, and I have filed 5 instances of this order being disrespected by the police, and the Kerala High Court has taken cognizance of our applications, and they have asked the commissioners of police to file affidavit morning, and on that day, the High Court of Kerala asked the government what we are going to do about the act. Within 7 days,
you can assist us after the report comes in. These are important issues on implementation, which we'll look at later on. Let the report first come, and we'll then see. We'll require your assistance, and we'll be happy to have your assistance on what steps should be taken to including your suggestion on the golden hour for
Your Honor, Advocate Sneha Kalita has got copy of my submission. Kindly permit her to submit that document with her.
Request, but thereafter there are 2 holidays. 30th is Friday, 31st is Saturday, and Monday is 2nd. Week on 3rd, my lord. Subject to
Your Lordship, there's only one.
Your Lordship, kindly take the note.
Yes, you can prepare us a note, Dr. Joshi.
I'm in that.
Your Lordship, there's only one suggestion, Your
A
Lordship.
special bench on the 3rd. Can you have it earlier, please? There's a special bench on the 3rd. Or later, either earlier or later.
Mr. Sybil, come on the 3rd. We can adjust the time between both of you. There's no difficulty.
No, but there's a special bench that is listed, matters are listed for 3 days.
Because then 4th, I don't know how we will be paid.
No, but 5th, my lord, can it be 5th?
We'll take it.
5th is all right.
5th,
all right. What that original case diary be returned to us?
Another request, my lord.
Photocopy of the original.
Lord, another, my lord, the status report may be sealed again, my lord, and retain in your lordship.
Status report to be
Same for us.
CBI state.
And same for, yes, officer.
That's right, that's right.
Your Lordship, there is one suggestion, last suggestion.
Same for us, they've seen this.
Mandatory filing of institutional FIR by the institution within 2 hours of the cognizance of the office. Your Lordship.
For the last 6
Yes, Your
minutes, you
Lordship.
were
3
making that
minutes.
point.
Yes, Your Lordship. That's
We'll issue directions even on
Your
that.
Honor,
deeply obliged. Your
Well, there's one submission which is important at this stage, Manoj, which was, I'll just take 20 seconds. Well, I'm appearing for the National Federation of Resident Doctors of AIIMS and the Federation of All India Medical Association. Well, they have got letters from different resident doctor associations have written letters to them that we are ready to join. However, if some degree of interim protection, some basic degree of interim protection by the time the recommendation of the NTF has been implemented, which includes only the CCTV footage at the entrance and the exit of the hospitals and the hostels. and also a distress call facility. They are requesting for this interim protection, my lords, because they are petrified after this horrific incident which has happened. And
Well, the government has already implemented this. West Bengal has already implemented this.
On behalf.
2 days back, we've implemented it as far as West Bengal is concerned.
Panic button. In fact,
Mr. Solicitor, what we'll do is this, apropos the submission which has come, can you ask the ministry to engage with the state health departments in the next week before we take up the matter? And we'll issue some directions on what in the meantime, what are the steps which the state governments can take in the meantime pending the report of the...
What I would suggest, apropos what is in furtherance, the health secretary can have a meeting with the chief secretary and the director general of police instead of health secretary of the state, and convey that you take care of this apprehension. This apprehension appears to be justifiable apprehension, because law and order would be a state subject. We can only accelerate or we can assist.
During the course of the hearing, counsel representing several resident doctors associations have indicated to the court that the doctors are willing to go back to work without any condition. However, it has been submitted that, don't say without any condition, are willing to go back to work and their duties. However, it has been submitted that the state governments may take a considered view on putting into place at least some safety measures to assuage the concerns of the doctors. Full stop. In order to enable this exercise, full stop, we consider the submission to be, the suggestion to be fair. Full stop. In order to facilitate this, we direct that the Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Union Government shall engage with the Chief Secretaries and the Directors General of Police so as to find, so as to evolve, so as to ensure that the state governments, stroke UTs, put into place certain basic minimum requirements pending the receipt of the report of the task force to assuage the concerns of the doctors over their safety at the workplace.
The Lordship, I am
With
presenting my
with their Lordship permission. The exercise of holding the meeting should be completed within a period of 1 week so that the state governments may take remedial action, remedial and appropriate action, given the exigencies of the situation within a period of 2 weeks thereafter.
In fact, we have made that order on 9.
With your Lordship permission.
Followed, we'll share it with them. We made that order to protect.
With your Lordship permission, I just would like to add that in some of the hospitals and in private hospitals too, there is not adequate security staff. And even the security staff.
Will have to employ.
Your Lordship, may just submit one thing.
I'll tell you one thing.
Please.
When you talk of private hospitals, if you go to a place...
No, Your Lordship, I'm just...
From nursing homes,
no, Your Lordship,
large hospitals, you have them across the spectrum.
Your Lordship, I'm
We
just...
start telling the government to provide
Your Lordship,
security
I'm
at every nurse home.
Amount of money they charge.
Your Lordship, in some...
Employ others.
Your Lordship,
Ordinary citizens will have no security.
employ, Your Lordship, they are not having...
And public hospitals stand on a different...
Your Lordship, I just submit one thing.
Large falls, the large number of doctors,
No.
sprawling workspaces.
Your Lordship, my submission is not that.
Some help,
Your Lordship,
use the
and
security for
I'm
some
just
important.
Your Lordship,
Because it may-
that in some of the hospital, Your Lordship, there is not adequate security, and security staff which they deploy, they don't make proper verification. They just employ anybody and then
Ma'am,
that
it will be
is
very difficult for this court to monitor such at a minute level.
Therefore, we have a body of expert doctors who will tell us what to do, A, about the public hospitals, about the smaller hospitals.
That's correct.
Now, obviously, the burden can't be shared for both equally by the state. The state has an obligation insofar as public hospitals are concerned. Insofar as private hospitals are concerned, some alternate mechanisms can be put into place. That's why we had a suggestion of distress call mechanisms, so that you have an immediate access to a lawful authority should there be any problem or which is apprehended. So these are particularly things, therefore, the committee which we have appointed consists of doctors drawn from private hospitals and from the public sector. The idea is therefore to allow them to evolve something which is practicable. Us merely issuing a general direction will not make any, I mean, you have to have resources, you have to have
Task
manpower.
force may.
So
can
let's
give
therefore wait
that-
for the report of the task force and then we can see how to best implement it. But we are not going to merely lay it down with, be content with guidelines. We are then thereafter going to take up the report and then issue certain direction on that basis.
My lords, with regard to the SIT notification that I had handed over, we will place documents on record demonstrating which we have obtained through RTIs and then seek directions on the 5th. Grateful.
Grateful to your lords.